There's this idea that guys have nothing inside of their heads but sex, sex, and more sex. But that's just not the case. It can't be denied that guys generally have a strong sex drive, but for a guy who is madly in love, sex is a secondary to being together with you. He might even consider cuddling to be better than sex. Sign number 10. A man deeply in love can't help but desire physical intimacy with you. Being with you, especially if your relationship is still new, will kick his sex drive into overdrive, and this is especially jarring if he is normally the kind who couldn't care less for sex. He doesn't want to have sex with you simply because he wants to have a sex. He wants it because it's with you. So if you just made love, he will still want more of that kind of feeling. This is why he wants to be touched, maybe soft kisses, cuddles, or massages. Sign number 11. A man who is in love is the most curious man in the world. He will want to understand you and your feelings, to know what makes you happy and what he can do for you when you are sad. Whether or not you are already a couple, he would be always willing to hear what you have to say and be there to offer you comfort. Sign number 12. Men are naturally inclined to protect the woman they love. He will do his best to make sure you are safe and will stand up for you at every opportunity he could get. Men these days might be less eager to play the role of the protector, especially since it can be insulting towards women who want to make their independence known, but that desire will still remain deep inside. If you spot clear signs that a guy is protective of you, he is deeply in love with you. Sign number 13. A man who is in love with you will try to want the things you want. It can be a little creepy, but he is really not doing it on purpose, so it means he will mimic you. Sign number 14. A men who are in love will want to do their best to form a connection with you, and if that means opening himself to you, then he will do it, even if not all at once. If he has been hurt before, he will be careful about what he shares at first, but he will open up sooner or later if he finds you worthy. Sign number 15. Call for him and he will be there for you. Go on an outing and he will ask if he can come. A guy who is madly in love can't resist wanting to be around you all the time. Your very presence is intoxicating for him, and he will crave for this feeling more and more. Sign number 16. Respect is one of the few things separating obsession and love. If he follows you around but doesn't know to respect your wishes, then that's just obsession. A man who truly loves you would respect you for who you are. So if you were to tell him to stop, or if you have an opinion he doesn't agree with, then he will let it be. Sign number 17. When he has to choose between you and another, he will always choose you unless there is a strong reason for him to decide otherwise.